we have a paddock, yet there is nothing surrounded yet. So we're going to build the fence today. So happy times, a little bit of physical work. Beautiful weather for it. So let's go. Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Saturday story time. As you can see, it's still summer, very much so. Living mostly outside, just like this little lady that joined us for a couple of months ago. Hey Lala. She used to live inside, and now she can live both inside and outside. So she's been enjoying that quite a bit, and it's very nice to have her around. Yeah, maybe she even has some little kittens in her belly. We don't know yet. That will be fun. It's a lot of home life since, well, of course, all of our lives are on hold as it is quite a bit. As a musician, it's really weird times to not be able to play music, go out, and festival season should of course now be at full spin. And when I think about it, I get sad and angry, but at the same time I'm really trying to not do that and focus on the things that are here, because it's just wonderful to be home. And I've been touring for over 20 years, so I know quite a bit about being away from home. And surely since I moved to Sweden for about 5 years ago, I've never been home all the time to see the spring come, to see the summer unfold, and all small steps from the first little bit of green to this luscious explosion that I can call it here. Swedish nature is just, it's so beautiful. I knew that, but now I can see every small thing start to come alive. Every few weeks new flowers start to bloom and other ones disappear, and out of nowhere there seems to be space in the earth to grow new ones, and they all have their moments. Well, you can clearly hear the birds around us. It's just a constant. They're always there to sing along and to talk with each other. And this is daytime obviously while I'm recording this, but in the evening other birds take over, and it's amazing. For me, that is pure bliss. I really calm down. I need to be in nature to be a balanced person. Hence the fact I live here and feel so well. Well, I took upon myself a little bit of garden projects and gardening and growing vegetables, tomatoes. I'm going to be showing all of them. It's wonderful to see how they are growing. They've been enjoying the sun very much. Obviously they needed some help with the watering since we haven't had very much rain, so still it's pretty dry. But I've got potatoes and parsnip. I've got carrots and different kinds of beans. Got my tomato plants. I have 2 different ones, and somewhere along the process I forgot which one is which. So I'm sure I'll find out when they start to actually have tomatoes. Right now I'm waiting for the flowers to start blooming, so that's exciting. And then there are different kinds of beans that I hope will grow a bit bigger. I think they don't like the drought very much and the intense heat. I built them a little tent, not for them to specifically enjoy, but they need to climb up onto something. But I built it for Freya, my daughter. She's 3 years old now, and I hope that they will kind of grow together, so it becomes like one big tent of flowers and beans later on. So those are little things I can enjoy very much. So now we have a riding paddock that is 20 meters wide and 40 meters long, filled with good sand so that it's comfortable for the hooves of the horses and for their bodies to have a little bit of that, like the reason why we buy good jogging shoes, or sport shoes. It's a bit of the same principle. You want to have the horses comfortable when they train. And so now we're building these. Need to do this better. Building it ourselves, which I think is super fun to do, just to get a feeling of what you have that is not just done by somebody else. You get more feeling when you do it yourself. Of course, it's a learning process, so we'll see if we're doing this correctly, and if not, we'll fix it. It's nice. Good weather, good tools, good company. First video had a lot of really funny and very positive and very heartwarming reactions, and a remarkable amount of people commented on my arms. Now I think that the thumbnail kind of gave a wrong angle and gave away more than I actually have. Yet again, a lot of people also wondered, what do you do to get those arms? Well, here's the secret: I don't work out, but I live in the countryside and I like to do things myself. Take one of those, build a riding alley, something like that. Good training. I like doing things myself, or with great help at home. It's nice to work with my hands. It's nice to look at what you have outside and think, I built that. I think personally that's a really nice thing to have. Most of these that are standing everywhere here in the paddocks, I put them down. I just was really having an unfortunate planning there, because I did the majority of them in January. Here in Sweden that means that it's cold. I was lucky and the ground wasn't frozen solid, else it would have not worked. It was pretty soft for the time of year, but that still means it's really rock hard. Plus, in this area there are a lot of rocks. It's a really rocky area. Oh god, such a stupid joke. Anyway, as soon as you get the drill into the ground, it kind of says, stop, there's a stone, stop, there's a stone. And I don't have an electrical drill, that's by hand. Really tough. But now that I've done that, every time I look at it I think, I built that. And it gives a sort of extra pride and satisfaction. Alright, next one. Nothing really much is happening playing wise with music, but I am writing music, and slowly but surely I think I dare to call this a step towards a solo album, a solo career as you may call it. I think that's a huge step, since Nightwish is the biggest thing in my life, of course, with music right now, and I don't want that to change. But it's wonderful to write music, and it's wonderful to be creative in these months that I am here, and it's nice to discover new elements in my songwriting skills. I feel very confident as a singer, but not as a songwriter as of yet, because I feel like I've been developing my vocals more than I've been developing my songwriting skills. But that is a learning curve, and that is daring to do it, and it's daring to send it to somebody else to say, what do you think? Somebody else is another songwriter. Would you want to write with me? Do you think this is good enough? And if so, what will your ideas do with mine? And get into this creative process with other people. Super exciting to do. So my mind is constantly distracted by all those little melodies and ideas that I have in my head. That's a really wonderful thing that I want to share with you. I don't really dare to share anything else. It's hopefully enough for you to know that something is cooking, and we'll see what's going to happen, and also when. All those things are a little bit dependent on how creative I keep being, and when everything goes back to normal. But it's liberating in a sense to not have to have any form of planning. Creative processes are very hard to plan anyway, so I'm really really happy with the freedom that I have at the moment to kind of work on things as it comes, and enjoy the life here. As I said before, my whole life to the max. Really do that now that I can. My child is only this young once in her life, and I'm so thrilled to be there every day with her, kiss her goodnight every night, and see all the small steps she's making. I don't know if you're a parent, you might know, or familiar anyway, different ways, how much children develop in this age, and it's just so nice to see every bit of it. And yeah, once again, horseback riding, gardening, lovely summer evenings are starting to happen now with my husband, just a good glass of wine, and yeah, life as it is. And it's at the same time great to let my mind drift into a possible future of a solo album, a solo career, and to dream of when we can finally get back on stage with Nightwish and play all those new songs from Human Nature. It's time. Wow! Wow, Lily! I think somebody's glad to be back in this paddock. But yeah, here I am running after them. Thank you so much for watching. This is episode number 2. Let me know what you would like to see for number 3. But really cool you've been staying on board, and hope to see you next time.